Hey, what's up, guys? NFL Week 2 is kicking off tonight, Thursday Night Football. You've got the Panthers versus the Bucs. And I was looking at this one, trying to find a reason to take the Panthers minus the 6.5, put that on the premium card, but ultimately I held off. It's all about discipline and selectiveness, and I'm probably not going to pull the trigger on anything tonight. But we're 4-2 for a reason, and it's because avoiding a loss is actually more important than finding a win. Slightly because of the juice, but avoiding a loss is so crucial, and it's one of the most important things if you want to be a successful sports bettor, is being able to lay off games when there's only one game on the board and you just don't see enough value on it to bet on it. You have to kind of ask yourself, if this game was played at noon on Sunday, would I like it as much, or am I forcing something here because I want to watch Thursday Night Football with a purpose? But we might look into some player props, and those might go out soon. I'm about to finalize my decision if I make one or not. But expect no plays today on the premium card, and we're gonna hit it hard on Sunday, and we're gonna hit college football hard on Saturday. I think the value here is on the Panthers minus 6.5. That's what your free play is going to be. The Panthers went toe-to-toe with the Rams. They ultimately could have won that game. They didn't deserve to win that game, but they could have won that game. They did not, and they were probably impressed the public as well as me. And then on the other side, the Bucs the public's probably way scared away of the Bucs. So what a sharp bettor is doing here is a sharp bettor's waiting for that number to get to 7, and then they're probably pounding it at 7, taking 7 points with Jameis Winston, Bruce Arians, and the Buccaneers. Now the problem is for me, I just can't do that. I can't take the Bucs when they looked like crap week 1, and last season they didn't give me any reason to think that they would be phenomenal this season. Bruce Arians was supposed to come in and help Jameis Winston kind of maximize his potential as he's in the middle of his final year of his rookie contract and looking for that big payday. But he threw interceptions, he looked weak, and their defense looked weak. And their defense looked weak last season, all season long. And you remember when they had a lot of hype behind their team with Fitzmagic going on those first few weeks of the season. The big problem was Fitzpatrick had so much pressure on him to score nearly every drive because that defense just had so many holes in it. And I don't think they've really addressed that going into this season. Cam Newton, I think, is the better quarterback, and I think Carolina, just across the board, is the better team. Christian McCaffrey's obviously the best player on either team in this matchup. So you have a lot of things going for you with Carolina. Another thing is Tampa Bay is playing back-to-back road games to open the season on a short week. All things to me point to Carolina, but I also know the sharp side in this one is to bet on the team that did bad week 1 versus the team that did good week 1. What happens in week 2 in the NFL is there's a ton of value in week 2 over a lot of other weeks. And in this situation, what it is people have had a full week, in this case not a full week, but for most of the games, a full week, a full 6 days to come up with their decisions and make their bets, and they've based it on one game. So they have a lot of time to overanalyze what happened and overreact. And the lines makers know that people are going to overreact. So the line makers have to look at it like a perfect example is Miami and New England. They have to look at this and they have to say, look, it's going to be hard for us to get any money down, for us to receive any money that's going down on Miami after they looked so bad and New England looked so good. So if they believe the line should be at 11 and they think New England is 11-point favorite playing in Miami, they're going to have to make it more of like a 14, right? And what does that do? That gives us a free field goal of value if we take the Dolphins plus the points. Now, I'm not saying take the Dolphins plus the points, but there are some cases where we had a team play their best game week 1 versus a team that didn't play their best game, and they're going to come back to reality. They're going to come back down to earth if they played their best game, and they're going to go back up to their average, what they normally play at if they played a crappy game week 1. And just because someone's 0-1 and played horribly doesn't mean they're going to suck the rest of the season. So I think as you're making your decisions and you're betting on sports, I know a lot of you guys aren't on the premium package. If you're not and you're making your own decisions, going around and watching all these YouTube videos, look for value in teams that played not so well week 1 versus teams that played pretty well week 1. And that's just a good rule of thumb for week 2 of the NFL. But tonight, I'm going against my own advice, and I'm not betting on it. I'm not betting on this, but I just can't see it. I just don't see the Bucs hanging in there. I think the Panthers are going to win comfortably by at least a touchdown, so I'm taking Carolina minus 6.5. thank you guys for watching this video. Thanks for supporting the channel. Thanks for supporting my Instagram page at betwithjames. That's the username. Have a great day. Good luck with your bets, and I'll see you guys in the next video.